So grace and hope with us in the eternal kingdom, everlasting power, life, dominion, forever, forever seed, forever tree, JC13, the 1 and 3, HOLY, holy is he, pay me, work for Jesus. Anyway, I have disappeared for a while from online community. I've had some troubles and all that. Like I can't even keep my beard together without oiling it. As you see, it's a little bit longer than it has been. And I'm going to go ahead and let you know that the Eternal Quest game stuff and YouTube channel are definitely going on. Eternal Quest disappears, but the RPG stuff is still available for anyone who would like to be working with it now. Jesus taught that you should use the unrighteousness of money to make friends in the eternal habitations. In its unrighteousness, because we don't work for money, we work for God, and maybe believe in a spirit kingdom of karma that could go forth and change the world with love, because we just serve to better the world and better people. And if everybody just did what they could do to the maximum of loving God with all their heart, and if they got 3 sandwiches, they share 1.5 with whoever their mate is. If they want to eat 3 things of chocolate, they better be able to give 3 things of chocolate to whoever has less. If they got a car, do they share it with their neighbor? You know who your neighbor is. Your neighbor's out your door, to your right, to your left. Like, do you share your house with your neighbor? You're not loving your neighbor as yourself. Anyway, by simplifying and getting all my stuff stolen by the police, I've been able to check out that I got Jewish rye bread and some dates. And I can get on these smoking cessation kits. Now, I don't usually show people how to do that, but in the unrighteousness of material wealth, we should also be faithful, or we're unfaithful in what are called greater things. For example, living with tenting people and travelers and farmers, you find smokes. And these smokes, I will go ahead and befriend people who have them and create smoking cessation kits, where here's a simple example of the thing. It's got oils in it that are sometimes charged $80 for a small vial. These are the cheaper oils. The oil is frankincense, which fights off cancer. And it's also a gift that Jesus had as a baby, very chewable and tasty when it's in its sap form instead of oil. Awesome little thing there. And I pick up these things that I don't agree with very much, because I'd rather write fantasy world than play with cards. And Jesus called this fantasy world the kingdom of heaven, by the way. But if you don't know about earth things, how are you going to be able to know anything about the heavenly kingdom? So back in the day, we would pay, instead of using money, we would pay food offering animal sacrifice from what we have or what the community together shares to have our culture. If you messed up, if you walked wrong, if you did something that offended someone, you brought up to council, and this is where we have judges come from. And this is all testified of in the Holy Bible. There's my dungeon gold. It's not actually gold, I just, bring up the whole tithing my spirit thing. These chains right here look pretty awesome. Extra, dude. I made them from works. I got them for free of God's spirit works that I shared with some guy about what was going on with the world, and he heard what happened to me and all that. And I told him I wanted to go make friends with people, and all I got's a few $10-$30 or something. And I'm like, dude, that'll work, those chains, look at that, this looks like it can be made into a belt for a girl, or chain for a few guys. So I decked up on a bunch of these chains that I made. I'm like, you know how bad ghetto dudes would want one of these chains? Like, they just see me with it because they got nothing. They're like, the bad ghetto dude. They're not even the rich gangster ghetto dude you should stay away from. And just like the one who sees the culture and wants to be part of it. And I come up partying like Jesus, having a cigar in my mouth, telling people all this stuff of how I could save the world. And they're like, this guy is someone not to deal with. People like him for some reason. It makes us jealous, makes us want to hurt him, put him away because we don't like the way he speaks. And I'm like, I don't like the way I speak, my man, but look, this guy right here, why don't you go ahead and tell him? Pass me some wine. Look, throw some chains on him. You want to hear a song? I start singing a song like, let's do a song then. Just to let you know, Eternal Quest Disappears will be probably uploaded, and all my YouTube videos I'm still going to have to work on getting them taken off by recording the sounds and bringing forth that they would have the text base up there and some color stuff, because I'm not going to make images anymore. It's just the easiest thing to do right now. I thought I'd give a heads up. I don't like images, but this is the new setup in the tiny travel tent. And then we have the green home, which has poles and all types of beautiful flower arrangements and good food growing over here in Lord Charles Dunstan's farm, where he has a farmhouse and soybean fields, and we do crafting inside of the greenhouse home. We're hoping for the crafting of t-shirts. I'll be able to use our Dremel to go ahead and create material like commandments of God or teachings, probably 5 on each piece of stone, and they actually sell for the $200 Dremel investment, and the bits about $200 plus maybe $25 to $50 per nice stone slab. It sells for about $175 per fixed slab. And the smoking cessation things, if you get better looking pens than these, and better oils of course, like Living Young, which I've bought $80 vial of frankincense before, you can, then you could be able to sell them off. I usually say $20 each gets you off smoking the rest of your life. You never even desire it, and just try it, man. See that taste in your mouth? Wow, that's frankincense and peppermint, man. You know how bad it tastes to even have a cigarette in your mouth? Like, whoa, I don't even like to smoke. Yeah, dude, just pop it in your mouth every time. So, in the unrighteousness of material wealth, we have to be faithful, or we're unfaithful in greater things. And this includes doing tent living, even if you got an apartment, and you got a friend with a farm and a house and a green place to chill, big old box of set up with your workshops in it and everything like that on top of a workshop farmhouse, and the one area of the 10 you've been in of the 13 states you travel through, like me, JC13, pay me, work for Jesus, feel me? When you're troubled, such as military people, in the kingdom of heaven would have armies if it were here, then you're going to be able to be faithful with even the unrighteousness of little things, because if you're unfaithful in lesser things, you're also unfaithful in greater things, such as even eating proper diets. So you have to be able to share your food with the woman that you love, and not eat in secret from each other, or the little things that you have in your life that feel greater because you have internally manifested yourself to a higher awareness, as we're working on with the ORB projects, or Occult Revolution broadcast, which is actually connected to Eternal Quest. It just happens to be Lord Dunstan's major, since he worked as a theology student for a long time and graduated. I'm thankful we have these things in common, though he doesn't agree with my understanding and practication of what they call Christianity. I'm like, neither do I. They call me Christian because they called other people Christian and all that. They call me Jesus. I'm like, I'm Jewish, dude. and the Christians flip out about it. The Christians like, you're Jewish, but you believe in Jesus? I'm like, man, you don't even know this Jesus. You crazy, man. He warned about you. But also, the self-discipline we'll be working on will include physical matters, emotional empowerment that can move you from working in the tool trades, working in the dead-end job, working for whatever drug reason, or non-self-improving characters, a dead rut in the life. And we're not saying you'll become richer. We're saying you will take the tools that God has granted you, and you'll be able to use these to come to a higher level of manifestation of what you desire, and understanding that surpasses what you would regularly have as someone under the elements of what physical people feel. JC 13 out, true repenter.